Hey, Back to Basics. It's Dana, Ms. Dana Duras, and I'm your vlogger for today. Sorry, I'll get situated here. This week we are talking about embarrassing fat moments. Yeah, I think we've probably all had embarrassing fat moments, and in fact, we've all probably had embarrassing moments across the board. You know, I would guess that if we asked anybody, regardless of their shape or size, there are embarrassing moments that sometimes we're able to let go, and some that stick with us longer and you know, maybe are more hurtful or memorable. So not only have I been, you know, obese, morbidly obese, but I've always been a pretty much non-coordinated klutz for most of my life. So I literally have moments of just walking down the sidewalk and, you know, catching my toe and falling down in public. You know, we kind of laugh at those. So there are really two moments that stick with me more than anything else, and those are the two that I will share with you. So number one, this was probably 6 or 7 years ago. I had an experience of like the ones that a lot of us fear, which was sitting in a chair and it breaking. So we had gone to the swap meet, and in Arizona we have some really large outdoor, you know, kind of swap meets with pretty much permanent vendors, and they're very commercialized. So my husband and I had gone, and we were walking down, and there was a place that had chairs, and they're like these folding chairs and the kind of anti-gravity chairs. And my husband's a big guy, and he is very strong, but he's big, and definitely has his own weight issues. And you know, we're out of habit look at chairs and check the weight limit, you know, and make sure that it's going to accommodate us. So I don't even remember what this chair looked like, but we walked up, looked, you know, it was rated, it looked sturdy, it was rated okay. So I'm like, well, let me sit in it. And I sat down, and I was sitting there for a moment, and slowly the chair just started, and I'm sitting on the ground. And I was mortified, and the little booth person comes over, and I think the consensus was there was a bend or something in the chair before. But I was mortified, and it, you know, your immediate thought is, I have to leave, like, now. Whoop, out. And, you know, they weren't like, you broke it, we're going to charge it. But it was just, there weren't a lot of other people around, thank goodness. But it was just, you know, it's that fear. Oh my gosh, now I've sat in a chair and I really have broken it. So that one I remember. And then the other one that I remember, no one said anything, and in fact, probably it's more in my head than anybody else's. It happened summer of 2011, so that was the summer before my surgery. I was probably at my highest weight, so, you know, just really close to 300 pounds. We did a family vacation to Myrtle Beach, and one of the things, family, like extended family, like it was my husband's kind of mini family reunion with his brothers and sisters and his dad. And so we rented a condo, we stayed right on the beach, and one of the things that we wanted to do was we wanted to do parasailing. And Dan and I had checked it out, and the parasailing weight limit, we were within the weight limit, okay. Actually, I don't even know if they had a published weight limit, but we'd kind of done the checkout due diligence. I knew, you know, my weight wasn't going to prevent me from going up. So the way that it works is they literally, you're on the beach and they come out and get you on the beach. So you walk over to their little hut, they fit you with life vests, you know, and I'm getting the big girl life vest, and my husband gets the big boy life vest. That, you know, isn't horrible. But then you get on this rubber raft thing, You just get up on it in the surf, and then they pilot you out to the boat where you're going to parasail. So we're on this rubber raft, and we're riding along, and then, you know, here's the parasail boat, here's the rubber raft boat. They pull up beside each other, and you have to get out of the rubber raft onto the other boat, like a platform. We're with my brother-in-law and his girlfriend. They're both thin and fit. My husband's big, but he's strong. I think it was just the four of us. And so it's like takes strength to get up. I like kind of tried. It wasn't going to happen. So literally the two boat guys, they've done this before, I'm sure. Nothing was said. They didn't act like it was anything at all. But literally they got kind of get the strap on my life vest, and they basically haul me up out of the boat, the raft, onto the flat platform, and like on my stomach. And in my head, I was like, it was just like they beached a whale. They hauled me up onto the platform like a beached whale. And that was in my head. And, you know, we parasailed. We did fine. I actually came down on my feet. It was a good landing. It was fun. No one said anything else. But what in my heart, like nobody asked embarrassed for me at the time, but in my heart, I was embarrassed. And in my heart, I have felt that feeling that I felt at that moment when they hauled me out of being the beached whale. So, those are two experiences. Do I use those experiences? Yeah, I would say I do. I reflect on them periodically. I have since done some other really active things, and I continue to want to do active things. And I will say I have had this kind of nervousness. Am I going to feel that beached whale feeling? But I've also felt this triumph that, you know what, like I did indoor skydiving, okay, and yeah, there's this thing, and it was like, but I could do it. Not necessarily good, but there wasn't this feeling like if I have to haul this girl up, it's not because she's overweight, maybe because she's uncoordinated or whatever. And so, you know, I've kind of celebrated that as a victory. I don't dwell on those embarrassing images. It's not like they're driving me forward to say, I'll never be there again on a regular basis. You know, sometimes I think, wow, I've come a long way and I never want to go back to that. So, you know, I use those images here and there. They're not a driving kind of force to move me forward. So, those are my stories. I'm sure you all have them. You know, I think embarrassing times can paralyze us, kind of like fear. They can paralyze us, or they can help propel us, and we can use them as a tool. Fear is a good thing as long as you don't get paralyzed by it. The embarrassing moments are probably a pretty good thing if you can learn from them, and you can develop your own sense of empathy if something's happened to you, so you're not going to make someone else feel that. As long as you don't internalize them to think that it's a measure of your self-worth, etc. So, you know, and I say that because I think everybody has embarrassing moments, not necessarily related to fat, not related to everything else. There is this funny thing that happens in life where, you know, you get embarrassed because you say something or whatever. And so I think there's an opportunity for us to learn from them and use them as a tool, or to let them go. And so that's what I encourage you to do. That's what I've tried to do. Boy, if I really reflected back on every time I've been embarrassed or humiliated or, you know, based on weight issues, I'd be more screwed up than I really am. So anyway, use them to your best and as a positive, and don't dwell on the negative. So that's it. I'm interested to hear everybody else's story in Back to Basics, and if you have your own, please record, share, or add comments. We love you, and I hope you have a great summer. I'm recording this the 2nd of July, so have a fantastic holiday. Celebrate the USA birthday if you live here in the U.S., and if not, celebrate anyway for us. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.